Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing okay. Now, within today's video, I wanted to discuss the importance of pushing yourself further than what you previously thought you were capable of. Now, the reason I'm talking about this today is because a while back, I re-listened to David Goggins' audiobook, Can't Hurt Me. And one of the main things that David talks about within that book is his belief that God is testing him with anything and everything that he did. And when he felt like quitting or when he felt like giving up in a particular run or a particular physical workout, he would actually say to himself that that is the point that you need to work harder. That is the point that we need to go even further, because on the other side are great rewards, and this is a test from God. Now look, I know not everybody wants to train like David Goggins. I'm going to put myself in that category. I think the guy is an exceptional human being, absolutely exceptional. Maybe I'd like to train with him once to see what it's like, but I know that I wouldn't have fun. But the point isn't to talk about David and his mindset. It's to talk generally about the idea of pushing yourself beyond your limits, going a little bit further. When you think you're done, when you think you're just about finished, can you go a little bit further? Can you push yourself that little bit more? The question to ask yourself is, are you doing that right now? When we say we're working to our limits, our maximum, are we being completely honest? Could we push a little bit further? And I think in a lot of instances, the answer is probably no. And look, David talks about within the book, within the audio book, the benefits of pushing past that wall. You feel like giving up, you feel like quitting, but there is just a little bit more to go. A little bit more to go. And most people will go through life working hard, but never really exceeding that sort of level. They stop when they're tired, but they don't stop when they're done. And I believe in everything, in business, in fitness, in any sort of profession, if you want to climb to the top, that you must be that type of person who goes the extra mile, who goes flat out. I mean, not in anything and everything, because sometimes we need to listen to the body. Sometimes we need to be smart and conserve our energy a little bit. Because if you just give everything you've got straight away when you start something new, you're going to burn out, you're going to exhaust yourself. But there are moments where we need to work hard. There are moments where we need to go balls to the wall, right? And the question to ask yourself is, when those moments come around, when those opportunities present themselves for you, are you doing it? Are you working as hard as you could be? And as I say, sometimes the humbling answer is no. And this is easy to fix. The very next time an opportunity is presented in front of you, whereby you know you need to work very hard, very, very hard, go to your limit. Go to your absolute limit. For most of you guys, this is going to be some physical activity. Maybe it's running, maybe it's training. I would always say be sensible when you're in the gym and you've got big heavy weights. I'm not talking here about doing anything dangerous. If you're running, for example, and you suffer with a heart condition, I'm not telling you to run to the point that you hurt yourself. I'm talking about being sensible, but going beyond that comfort barrier. Because a lot of people will sit inside that comfort barrier and never truly rise above it. So of course, if you have a condition, and we're talking about a physical thing here, don't overexert yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't be silly. For most of you guys, as I said, this is going to be a physical thing. But maybe for some of you guys, it's not, and you do physically exert yourself to the absolute maximum within your training. And maybe what we're talking about here is studying. Maybe we're talking about writing pages and pages and pages, not avoiding the work, getting it done. Maybe you've got some very important reports that you need to write up for work, and you've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, but if you spent one day just grinding away at it, you know you could get it done. Can you get it done? Maybe we're talking about expanding your knowledge and reading. You hate reading. It's the thing that you really don't want to do. You don't want to sit down and open that book. You just feel like you can't concentrate. Maybe that's the thing you need to do. Now look, somebody might hear one of those things and say, I find that easy, but another one of those things and say, I find that really difficult. Essentially what I'm trying to say here is the thing that you find really difficult, the thing that you struggle with the most, can you do it to a very high level? Can you do it until you're absolutely done, till you're wiped out, till your brain's fried, till your body's ready to have like a nice 5-hour nap? Can you get it done? Because that is going to be the difference maker. That is going to be the thing that separates you from somebody else who has the same goals as you, that ability to go the extra mile. I know it's cliche, I know a lot of people talk about it, but I think we cover that only in a physical sense. And I don't think it's just physical. I think it can be with your job. I think it can be when you're absolutely exhausted and you had a long day. But that one thing that you didn't get done could be the one thing that turns a bad week into a good week. That one thing that you could get done, if you really, really focused on it, could make tomorrow a way better day, could get you ahead, could end the week on a high, could start the week on a high. This is what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be running, it doesn't have to be lifting. It can be. It definitely can be if this is something that you feel you need to be exerting yourself at a little bit more, then do that. I spoke a few weeks ago on the channel that I had neglected my running and that I was going to start running a little bit more. And since then, yeah, we've had quite a few runs, and I definitely enjoy sometimes, you know, not every time, but going flat out and really pushing myself to the point that I need 20 minutes to come back around because I'm just breathless and sweaty. You know, I like that I'm now focusing on that. That was an area of my life that maybe I slipped on a little bit, right? That cardio. What is it for you? What are you not doing that you could be doing? You got to ask yourself that. Are you working to the fullest of your ability? What could you be doing differently? What could you be doing more of? Where are you stopping just short and staying at the comfort barrier? If you answer those questions, the chances are, if you discover them, you answer those questions, you are going to reap the rewards of the answers. And you're going to grow and you're going to become better. You're going to level up. But if you don't, chances are you stay where you are. And somebody else who has the same ambition, but is just a bit more hardworking, is going to come and take the rewards. And maybe those rewards are the rewards that you want. And look, honestly, guys, hard work doesn't always lead to success. There are people that work very hard, but put their work into something off-center, something that isn't actually going to give them the reward that they deserve. Some people get lucky. But I would say more than not, hard work is a reliable measurement of success. I believe generally across the board, those that work really hard do better than those that don't. And I think if somebody's working harder than you, they probably deserve the things that you want. Let's be honest. If you want something, they work harder than you, they deserve it. So let's eliminate that possibility. Let's eliminate that reality. Let's start taking the things that you want from life because you were willing to go that little bit further. I don't know about you guys and your beliefs. I believe in God. I like to think that God wants to see how far you can go, and God wants to test your resolve sometimes, throwing all sorts of problems into your life, seeing how you deal with them, watching you, seeing how hard you're working, seeing the areas that you're not really working that hard. So I'm in line with Goggins and what he says there. That's what I believe. But maybe for you it's different. Maybe it's not God. Maybe it's just yourself, and you want to compete against yourself. It's time to start winning. It's time to start going that little bit further and reaping the rewards. Anyway, guys, look, if you took some value from this video today, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. As always, guys, comment your thoughts down below. I'd be really interested to see what you've got to say. And look, if you are already subscribed, be sure to turn on the post notifications so that you are notified every single time I post. As always, guys, thank you for your time and your attention, and I will see you in the next one.